This video is for TIs. Casios, I will try to get you a video made too. This is to show the highlighted version that is on the left, what I'll be handing to you through Mrs. Loveseth for today to get you, but then to walk through the math. I am going to zoom in, or not zoom in, I'm going to leave it as is. Just going to center my screen just a little bit more. And so the first thing is in y equals, you want to make sure that you have this typed in, and this is the problem for the handout for you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go second trace. And then the first thing I'm going to do is, since I went through and I kind of labeled my stuff, as you can see, I labeled it through my answer key, and then I also highlighted everything. But I just went through and made first, second, third, fourth, and then I wrote them down underneath it. So I knew what I was trying to find. Y-intercept came from the problem for what it says. Okay. So the first thing it says to find is a 0. So I'm going to choose 0. And it says left bound. And so you'll have to follow my red line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up where my left bound is and be on the left side of the graph. I'm going to hit enter. And then I'm going to go through my 0 and go to my next point, which is a min. So roughly around there, hit enter. On guess, you hit enter again, and mine says 0 is at -2. So over here on my point, whoops, I'm going to write down -2, 0. And so on my graph, at the end, I would plot that point. So the next thing I have is a relative min. I'm going to go second, calc, minimum. On your calculator will put it your less value round at your 0. So you would just hit enter on left bound. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my minimum and go to my roughly max, hit enter, and then hit enter on guess, and I'm going to round to 2 decimal places. So it is negative, whoops, -1.11 and -8.06. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate my max. So I go second, trace. I'm going to go create my max. So I'm going to do this. Your point should start around your min. So when you do that, you just have first left bound pops up, hit enter, go through your max to the next min. Be careful not to go up too high, so I stay a little bit to the right. Crest the hill, hit enter. And then my answer is 0.27 and then -5.87. I'm going to find a minimum again. So second, calc, minimum. And once again, your calculator will start your minimum left bound right about at your minimum. So just hit enter. Go through the minimum up to your 0. Around your 0, hit enter. Hit enter on guess. And then this one is going to be 0.84 and then -6.07. And then the last thing I'm going to calculate is out my last 0. So I'm going to go second calc, 0. Your left bound will start right around here, hit enter. And then go up through your 0 and up towards the end of the graph somewhere, hit enter. And then your point for that would be 1.81 and then 0. So then what you would do after that is you would go and graph them. So each one of those left bound, right bounds roughly that's at highlighted values. What I would do is I would work through this problem, see if you get the same answers, points, and then just put a check mark next to each one of these if you get them. If you get stuck, just know you're going to have to try your best and keep practicing.